Do your guys' Minecraft builds look anything like this? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you some unique tips and tricks that will make any house look so much better. So I'm not really going to consider this one a real tip, and I think everybody knows this, but replacing corners with logs adds a ton, and it really just breaks it up and really gives it a good frame. Now, this looks a little better, but I'd honestly still say that it's terrible. Now I'm just going to add a simple border around the roof. Now, as you can see, this house already has made an entire transformation just by adding a border around the roof and some logs. But that's not why you clicked on this video. You don't want to see these basic tips everybody should know by this point. So tip number one has to do with windows. There are so many different types of glass in this game, yet for some reason people only choose the standard clear glass when there's just so many colors. So in this build I can use white. I bet that'd look good. Sometimes yellow looks good because it makes it look like the inside of the house is illuminated. But any color other than clear, it's just gonna elevate your builds by so much. So just experiment, because certain colors look better with certain types of wood. Usually if you're using spruce, this looks good, but there's some pinkish tone in this white and it just really throws it off. But any color other than clear. So another tip that I have actually enjoyed doing recently is on the top, the stairs right here. If you just see the log that's coming up, if you make it come out right here, I don't know why, I just like it a ton. It just adds another level of just detail on the roof without really spending a lot of time on it. You can also flip stairs upside down, and it really only looks good if you do it properly. I think I can probably make this one look good. Honestly, this is just already an upgrade. If just by putting two logs in, rotating some stairs, this is already 10 times more unique, and it's just so simple. People just overlook this entirely by just always having to have this standard border around their basic roofs, and even underneath you can add some fence posts so it looks like they're really getting supported. And you can also do this on the front too, right here. And typically I do it sometimes right here, but I don't know, it just doesn't work in some scenarios, like right here. That really takes no time at all. Now next up, I have a method to add windows in the side of your roof without spending a ton of time making some special roof that comes out right here, a special building that comes out, simply by putting some stairs rotated outwards. And then I don't know, a 2 wide window is probably good enough. You place 2 of your window blocks and then the stair. Next, I'm just gonna grab some trap doors. I'm just gonna go over here and grab one. And this is the simplest way to add windows to your roof. And people just overcomplicate this all the time when something like this adds a ton to your build. And honestly, I'm gonna make this stuff symmetrical. This small window, it's the best window design for a roof. I don't know why I don't see people doing this more. It just never looks bad in my opinion. Now, the next tip is to do with doors, but it just has to do with putting stairs all around your doors, because this little step down just pretty much adds a frame to the top of your door, and also helps if you want your door to be on the outside. It just, I don't know why, I just personally like the look of it being a little gap right here. It just adds some depth with this flat door. If you're just, personally, that right there looked better than this, because now you just have a flat wall. It doesn't really look that good. Next up, I want to work on these windows. And another simple thing that people overcomplicate, because what I see a lot of people do with their windows is, for some reason, they just put trap doors on either side and they just do this generic window. And everybody's done that. It's just not unique at all. What I'm about to show you really isn't unique, but it's just so much more not overplayed is what I'm saying, because just everybody's put a trap door on the side of the window for a shutter. I'm gonna take some barrels and some dirt, and then whatever type of flower you want. What we do is we just place down our dirt. Rooted dirt actually works good too. And then you put 2 barrels on either side, and then you put a piece of dirt in the middle, and then boom, It is the simplest. This is similar to the window thing with the shutters. This is just basic. People just switching out the side blocks with a barrel. It adds another layer of depth and texture, and it's just something that people need to be doing more. Now for this front, I really just don't like how the door is right here. Now I'm gonna put a window. This is what a lot of people are also afraid to do, is putting doors right up against their logs, but if you do it properly, it doesn't look bad in my opinion. So here's also another very simple way to decorate your windows, and it is just 2 entire blocks, or actually only 2 blocks is what I meant to say. And this is the simplest way to decorate a window. I really don't know what could be much simpler than 2 blocks. And I'm also probably gonna add something underneath this window. Here I'm gonna show you what you can do also with this barrel technique, is having the fence post come out of the barrel, because the barrel sort of looks like a base, and you can do the exact same trick. I might honestly switch out the torch flowers, and I'm gonna put some trap doors on either side of this, and I'm gonna add a carpet just so that this isn't the same layer. As you can see, more depth. There's another underlooked item that I see all the time, which is chains. For some reason people don't use chains that much, and now I'm just gonna do my last but my favorite tip out there, and it is none other than bone meal. So by just placing some bone meal around the edges of your build, and make sure you remove the ugly flowers. There's also some leaves that you can add. If you take a peek at what this house looked like before or the start of the video and look at it now, you can just see how these simple tricks that people don't incorporate it into their builds, they just make the builds look so much better. Thanks for watching. See you later.